We have a quorum. We have Commissioner DeStrouge and Commissioner Bentley. We also have Chief Gatto and members of the staff. We have the union representatives are here. Ray Burney and Peter Brown and Michelle DeLuca and Deputy Chief McCallum.
Just for the record, Mayor, you said the December 14th. It's the 15th. You're 1 day behind.
Oh, okay. So December 15th meeting. Thank you. I'll tell you, when a meeting is Zoom, I show up at fire headquarters. When it's at fire headquarters, I show up on Zoom. I can't figure this one out. So anyway, here we are. So the first item on the agenda is call to order. We've done that. Next item is the agenda is the acceptance of the minutes, the regular meeting of November 17th, 2020. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Commissioner DeStrouge moves. Do we have any corrections, additions, deletions?
I have a correction, Mayor.
Okay.
It shows that I second that motion for the acceptance of I think that
The minutes.
November meeting. I was not there.
That's correct. I had the same comment. It was me that made the motion.
Okay. So whereabouts is this?
It's on page 2.
Page 2.
So it should say Commissioner DeStrouge moved.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other corrections or deletions or omissions, additions?
No.
Okay,
No.
seeing none, all in favor of the minutes as corrected.
Aye.
And aye, so meeting minutes are approved. Action items, there are no action items. Chief, budget report?
It looks like the chief dropped out, Mayor. I don't see him. I know he was using his iPad.
Okay. Let me call him. He just got. Okay.
I can't hear. I couldn't hear anybody. Now I can't even.
We can't see you. You.
Okay. There he is.
You're still on mute, Chief.
How about now?
Very good.
All right. Maybe someday we'll get through this.
Oh, Chief, here's what happened. I think you shared your account with Mayor Rilling. Now we can't hear him. Each account is individual to each person. And if you share your account, you can't have two people on with the same account. So Mayor's talking, but no one can hear him.
He said he never got one from Rebecca.
Yeah, I resent him an invite. He might have to get out and get back in on the new invite because he came in under your name.
Okay.
Mayor, are you hearing this? Raise your hand if you can hear us.
Did
Mayor,
you tell him?
We can't hear you, Mayor. You have to log out and re-sign in with the invite that you just received a minute ago.
Yeah, Mayor, I sent you an invite about 5 minutes ago. You have to go in with that invite.
No, Mayor. Mayor. Pick up the phone. Yes, on your phone. All right. No, here's what you have to do. No, they can't because you logged in under me. Now, Larry Manzi just sent you a new link. So you need to get out like I did, find that new link in your email, and then sign in again. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, he's
So if you
gonna,
want to go ahead and give us your report.
he's getting out and doing it again.
Okay.
Did you guys start the meeting?
We did, and we approved the minutes of the meeting, and the
Okay.
next step was calling for the chief's report.
You want me to wait for the mayor? Or should we keep going?
Yeah, let's wait.
Okay. Larry's calling me back. Yes, sir. Larry,
Yes.
Larry, he said you only sent him the executive session.
Well, there should be both. I'll resend the other one.
He's gonna resend the other one. Okay.
Oh, you know why? The meeting already started. Hold on. We could do it right in this session. I can click invite. Yeah. Okay, I just resent it.
Gino, when I sit back, I get a halo around my head. Watch.
You do. How does that happen?
If my mother could see me.
No, I get it. You're putting your head on the green screen, right?
He's coming over now. He's coming over now.
Now we can't hear the chief. Okay,
You're right. We can't hear the chief.
Can you hear me now?
we
Yes.
can hear you now, yes, but not the chief.
We can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Can the chief just go to Mike's office or come down to my office, and then when I have to leave, I'll leave just to.
I
Would
can
that
hear
make
you,
it
Chief.
easier?
Yeah, Billy Ireland said if you want to go down to his office and he could leave the meeting when you need to go into executive session. Or Larry can try to fix it. Larry, do you know why the chief can't be heard?
He may have to get out and get back in again.
Okay,
You could try that.
okay. He's going downstairs.
All right.
Yikes.
Skype's gone.
Technology.
Michelle, while we're doing this, you want to give the emergency management update? Mr. Luca?
Sure. We are expecting a pretty significant snowfall tomorrow, into Thursday. So we have an EOC briefing in the morning And then I will actually be on the operations briefing with Public Works at 10 o'clock, just to review the plan of action. We probably will not do a full EOC opening, but there may be a few of us that stay on for a while. As of now, power outages are not expected to be too bad, but we are looking at a change from fluffy snow to a more densely packed snow, which may change the forecast a little bit. So we are monitoring. Mayor, I did do a code red draft that I sent over to you, and I'm working with Josh. So if there's any changes, we can make those. If you want to do the call today or tomorrow morning, we can adjust the message, and then either of us can help send it out.
Yeah.
So that's all set. And then I think that's it for the storm. Still working on some of the USDA feeding piece or feeding program as part of the regional piece, and then some of the long-term recovery issues. I was trying to figure out what the unmet needs are and if there's funding available at either regional or state levels to assist with some of the unmet needs that are now coming up. Obviously, food insecurity seems to really be the biggest priority that we're going to have to deal with, especially with the holidays coming up. That's about it. Like I said, other than doing a lot of the messaging, I did meet with the open door shelter on the unsheltered plan. So for the homeless programs, any residents that are in shelter currently can go to hotels, and then if they have to get folks off the street, they would then go to the shelter. So there are plans in place. Obviously, the warming center at the police department is an option. And then I did reach out to the, I think, 100+ community providers that are on the Friday calls with some safety tips, links in the forecast. This way they can send those out to their employees, clients, and all the folks that they serve. I think that may be it.
Okay, what time is your first ELC briefing?
It's at 8:30. Somehow my computer originally sent out a 6 a.m. notice, but it is 8:30 for
Right,
tomorrow.
is it a Zoom meeting or how is that going to be done?
Nope, it'll be a Zoom meeting.
All right, will you send me the link to that? I might want to join in.
Yep, definitely.
Okay. Any questions for Mr. Luca?
No, thank you.
No.
Okay, thank you for the report and good luck tomorrow. I know we've got everything in order with our first responders and our DPW crew. They've got all the equipment already. And I know that PD and FD are doing what they normally do and getting ready for the storm.
No, they were just
So let's go back to the fire chief's report. Chief?
So you jumped to Michelle.
Okay, apologize, I don't know what happened, but so we're in month number 5 of the budget year. And if you look at the final for all of the different accounts, we're at 41.9%. There's just 2 things that I just want to mention. If you go to the budget report, with all the different expense accounts, because of the new raises and the retro, we had to pay $48,112 for the salary out of the salary account for retro. And then going forward, there's a new salary increase, and then the overtime budget for all the overtimes was another almost $21,000 for retro for the overtimes. So those are absorbed, in the budget that was not budgeted for. And then we're keeping an eye on the firefighter overtime account, because with all of the people using vacations and holidays and all the quarantines and all that, we should have a better idea where we are next month, because that'll be 6 months into the budget year.
Mhm.
So That's it for the budget.
All right, it looks like things are in pretty decent shape.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're not, we're doing good for now anyway, hopefully.
All right, any questions for the chief on the budget? Any line items that might jump off the page at you that you want to ask about?
No, thank you,
No.
Chief.
Thank
Okay,
you.
Chief, I guess you're going to do the operations report.
Yeah, so for the month of November, we had 582 calls. Divided by 30 comes out to 19.4 for the day. So it was a little bit of an increase in the call volume for the month of November. Just a couple of notable events that we had. 11/11, 21:45 hours. We're on 95 southbound for a motor vehicle accident. And it wasn't that bad of an accident while they were there. They had to, it was a tractor trailer and a car. Nobody really injured that bad or injured. And the guardrail had to be removed. So the truck, so they can get the truck, off the guardrail. But while they were there, they got a report of another accident a little farther north on the same side going south of a car under a tractor trailer. And that turned out to be a very serious accident. They had a car was about 6 feet under a tractor trailer, and there are 3 occupants in the car. And they were all pretty well trapped in the vehicle. So they had to move the tractor off of the car about 5 feet. They were able to start working on the car to extricate the driver, to extricate the passenger, and the backseat passenger unfortunately was not breathing and was unconscious, and he was pronounced dead on the scene. So that was a serious accident. On 11/14, we had a small fire in the back of a house on 23 Ascension Avenue. That was quickly extinguished. 11/15, we had a car fire on 356 Main Avenue, 14:29 hours. Extinguished quickly. It was under the hood of the car. 11/18, we had a 20 by 25 shed in the back of property on 4 Jean Avenue. Large amount of fire in the shed, extended out, it was burning the stockade fence alongside of it. That was extinguished, and Fire Marshal Fuel is investigating. Then we had on 11/20, 18:21 hours on Plattsville Avenue. We had a fire in a garage, detached garage. The rear of the garage was on fire, and that was extinguished and investigated by Fuel again. So those are the major incidents for that month. Questions?
Okay, commissioners, any questions, comments?
No, thank you.
You're muted, Commissioner DeStrouge. You're muted.
Just to make a note that that report was not included in our package.
Okay,
Thank you.
It was not?
No,
It should have been. The ones that I read?
Yep.
Yeah.
It was not in there. Not the
Okay,
one I'm looking at.
I thought okay, we'll correct it next month.
Okay.
Or make sure you have it next month, a different one.
Right.
do we have the fire marshal's report? Is Fire Marshal Sawyer with us, or I don't see him?
Not here.
It's Deputy Fire Marshal McDonald. Can you hear me?
Now I can.
Hello?
Yep.
Hello?
I can hear you.
Okay, so the Fire Marshal's Office for the month of November brought in $2,280. $780 of that was for 12 liquor licenses renewals, and we had 33 plan reviews, which came to $1,500 for the total of $2,280. We did a total of 91 inspections with 6 notifications. As the chief had mentioned, for fire marshal requests, we had 9 responses. 7 of those were for fires, and 2 of those were for fire code issues. One of them was a miscellaneous hazard, while the other was a fire alarm problem.
Okay.
And that's what I have.
Okay, how are we doing on inspections? I know we have some difficulties relative to staffing, but how are we doing on inspections?
Primarily the inspections have been along the lines of commercial establishments for the certificate of occupancy inspections that are required when we do those plan reviews, and the annual renewals of the licenses for medical licensing through the state, as well as the liquor licenses through the state. Residential has been cut back a bit, just based on, as you said, the manpower. We still have, at this time, 1 inspector out, and we just got another one back onto full duty.
All right, and are we able to still make use of some of the per diem people, or
No.
Chief, can you answer that? From what I understand, we are no longer, or they are no longer being utilized?
Well, the one part-time inspector that came back to work a few weeks ago for one day, turned out he was on light duty because he works for Greenwich Fire Department, and the Greenwich chief called me, and he didn't think it was a good idea.
I agree.
That he works here while he's on light duty, which I didn't know that. So he's not working until he comes off of light duty, whenever that's going to be.
Is he a fire
the other
inspector
part-time-
there?
He's
Is
a
he a fire
lieutenant in the fire
inspector in
department.
Greenwich?
No, he's a fire lieutenant, but he's certified as a fire
Okay,
inspector.
right.
You know. The other part-time that we had last year is a lieutenant in Westport. He has not been here in a long time, and I don't see him coming here anyway. Because he took a part-time job, a permanent part-time job in Darien. So he's working in Darien, he's working in Westport. You know, I doubt he's gonna come back here, so if anything, we could utilize.
What are the
Sorry.
obstacles that are facing us now from getting the fire marshal's office up to staff?
We have a test scheduled for the end of this month, I believe, Chief?
Yeah, we have one inspector that is applying for a disability pension, which we'll talk about later on today. The rest of the staff is there. It's just, you know, like Broderick Sawyer's out on a surgery. Deputy Fire Marshal broke his wrist, even though he's coming to work. So we're getting back to full strength. It's just taking a little bit longer.
How many people do you have signed up for the test? I know that's
believe Mike
usually
can
a
answer
problem.
that.
We have
Yeah,
13
Mike can
people
answer that.
signed up.
13 people signed up? Okay.
Yes.
So there's interest. We have interest, which is good.
Okay, yeah, that is good.
Yep.
Commissioners, any questions,
No.
comments? Okay, next item is training division. Deputy Chief McCallum.
Thank you. For last month, we went over vehicle stabilization for extrication. which is kind of basically just an update and go over our safety procedures, which came in really handy in the incident that the chief talked about it out on the highway. We're also reviewing our Scott Pack Tracker locator system, and it's an instrument used to locate trapped firefighters in a building. We review on that regularly because it's an instrument used very rarely and in a, at a critical time. So it's good that we're not using it during the day at fires and stuff. It's only for trapped firefighters. And so we practice it with it constantly so that we're ready in case, unfortunately, something like that should happen where we're required to use it. And we're also continually issuing and reviewing the COVID-19 response updates. That remains really fluid, and the chief has put out updates that we go over with all the personnel so that they know and they keep abreast of the changing situation with that. And that was it for last month.
So can I just add something?
Yes, yeah.
We're talking about the COVID. We are scheduled to get the vaccine as long as Moderna gets approved within the next couple of days. We should be able to get a vaccine, according to the health director, as early as next week sometime. And we've already polled our members, and we have about close to 70 members that are willing to take the vaccine to get vaccinated. So we're on course to get it sometime next week, hopefully.
And what's your authorized strength as far as personnel?
We're like 130.
Like 132.
So
132 dues paying members.
132. So we took a poll of who wants to take it, who does not want to take it, who wants to wait. So it's almost like 50.
That seems to be a trend nationwide. There's a lot of people who are still reluctant to take it because of the warp speed process that they utilized. It's been vetted. The FDA has approved it for emergency use, and other countries have. But still, there's a lot of people that are reluctant, and I understand that.
Yeah, no. I mean, we're constantly encouraging everybody to get vaccinated, but we're not going to make it mandatory.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I don't think we can make it mandatory. Yeah. Pardon me, Mr. Bernie, you're muted.
I was saying, yes, that's right. We cannot make it mandatory.
Yeah. Okay.
Short of the governor or somebody like that telling us that it's mandatory, we should not be even bothering with that question. Those that want to take it can take it. Those that choose not to, choose not to. It's that simple.
Right.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Commissioners, any comments, thoughts?
No,
No.
no.
Mr. Bernie, there's a big speaker by your head or something. Now it's gone.
Yep.
Okay.
He's
That's his
leaning on the
halo,
green screen. Yeah.
That was the halo around my head, Mr. Mayor.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's anything but a halo.
A couple of horns coming out. But
If I could say one thing about the vaccination, the chief has pushed forward all the positive information that's put out by the government. It's been a suggestion by the IAFF and a suggestion by the Joint Chiefs, and all that information has been put out to our membership.
Okay.
By the chief, and the reasons why we need to be vaccinated, and it is getting traction, and more people are leaning towards it. There was a little hesitation, but I really feel like we will have more than that 70 number when the time comes to get vaccinated. I believe we're getting much more buy-in, and the chief has done a great job pushing the positive information forward.
Good.
Thank you. And thank you for putting that information out. You can keep us posted on that. I believe that well, you're a little under 50, you're a little over 50% acceptance rate. And that's probably going to be the trend until people see the efficacy of it. So,
Right.
all right. Local 830, I know there's no items here, but I see both of you or two of you here. Any comments or questions or?
No, we're, nothing new for this month. Just obviously with COVID, we're kind of on lockdown again, and we'll see you next year. But other than that, we're good. We're just working with the chief, trying to make sure everybody stays healthy and safe, and that's pretty much what we've been doing for now.
They're here for part of the executive session.
Yep. Okay.
Well, the Christmas Santa truck is sorely being missed this year. And we want you to know that you guys do a fabulous job. It's a wonderful community outreach, and we thank you for all the years that you participate in it. And we are in agreement that it's time to put that on hold until we get back to normalcy. But thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Commissioner. Yeah, we just, so you know, like kind of what we've been talking about all year, pretty much all of our events from March to today have been canceled, from our golf outing to Santa Claus. And we had to do Santa with a heavy heart because it's such a popular, and it raises money for MDA. And we tried to come up with like a bunch of different scenarios to make it work. And honestly, and I'm glad we didn't do it, because with everything going on, I think it would have maybe contributed to an uptick in cases, because it's just impossible not to have a lot of people around when Santa shows up on a fire truck. So, we might try to, maybe if things get better in the spring, try to do something different in the spring if it warrants. But as of right now, we'll definitely be back next year with doing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I know it's a big loss. The community really likes it.
Sure.
Yes.
Yep. Okay, Chief, under new business or whoever, update on the RFP for firefighters entry-level position?
Okay, well,
Building
we
repairs.
skipped over
Oh,
old
building
business.
repairs, you're right. Sorry about
just-
that. Building repairs. Chief, what do you have for us?
Just wanted to, keep you updated on the construction going on Broad River. Obviously, every month we're getting closer to the finish line. We had another delay because the appliances and the, counters and all that are being made, and they haven't been shipped yet. So that's going to be another delay. And we're hoping that they're supposed to ship either this week or next week. And, once we get that kitchen finally put in, the guys can move into the kitchen and be able to cook. Because right now they don't have a kitchen. So, and they've been without a kitchen for a long time. So, well, we're moving along, but it's not done yet, unfortunately.
Okay.
So that's that part. The RFP.
Yep.
Okay. According to the schedule, we're supposed to have electronic submission today. And I called over to purchasing, but nobody answered the phone, so I don't know if she received them or not. And we're supposed to have the hard copy delivered by December 17. So once we get through that, we'll review it. And then the first week of January, we're going to go through them and evaluate them. And then the week of January 11, we're scheduled to actually have interviews. Not quite sure how she wants to arrange that, but I'll keep everybody posted as usual when that happens.
Okay, any questions for the chief on that?
No.
So you don't know how many submissions we've had on that?
No.
All right, next item, there's no correspondence. And then last but not least, we need to go into executive session. If I need a motion.
So moved.
Okay, the motion will read that we're going into executive session for discussions on the assistant chief position, discussion on a disability pension, and update on the probationary firefighters. So now we have to, it is,
The move was made by Commissioner Bentley.
yep, by Commissioner Bentley at 3:47. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. And we're in executive session at 3:47. We have to leave this meeting and go into the next one.
Okay, I think Chief Gatto has to stay on for like a minute and then we're going out and coming back.
No, he doesn't have to. I have the meeting going, so everyone that needs to go over can go over now.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll wait
Have a
here.
great holiday.
I'll
Merry
wait.
Christmas.
You too.
Yeah.
Thank you. Happy holidays, everyone.
All right. See who else we have on here. Okay,
Wants to wait for you? No, if you get started, we're having his beats here. Okay. I'll be back in a second. I'll be right here. So waiting, is Bentley trying to get in? Can you guys hear me? I can hear you. Okay. Pete, how are you?
Good, Chief. How are you? Mr. Mayor?
Hello.
Renee,
How are you?
Commissioners, how are you?
I think what we should do in order to accommodate the union, we should probably discuss the pension and the probationary officers first. Right, I was gonna suggest that. Very good.
All right.
Does somebody have Commissioner Bentley's phone number to, you might be having trouble logging in.
I don't think I have it, to be honest.
I don't either.
Yeah, I have it. All right, you want to give him a call, Chief?
Here he comes. He's in now.
Okay. Okay. Perfect.
Is he the last one? Is he the last one, Chief? I'm gonna get off the I'm gonna get off the meeting.
Yeah, so is he as a panelist or?
He's joining. It says joining right now. I don't know what's taking so long. I just admitted him in.
Why don't you, okay, there he is. Here's his name anyway. Oh, okay. Okay, here he is.
Okay.
Welcome back, Commissioner.
Okay, Mayor, you're on for the whole executive session, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna just change your setting to host so I can get out of the meeting. And you can continue on.
Okay.
So let me try to get out of here now. Leave, okay.